Hey there, Optimist. In the previous video, we learned about package.json and cleared some of the clutter from our project. Now it's time we actually started building it. And a side note, I'm also doing a live stream of Pre-Code Camp Challenge, and I hope it'll eventually lead to practicing competitive programming. And I would highly appreciate if you can check it out. Now, with no further ado, let's start our project. So, to start a to-do app, we basically need an input field to enter our to-dos. So let's clear this out and let's enter an input field over here. Alright, we have defined our input field. Now let's take a look at it in the browser. Alright, we have got an input field, but the strange thing is, if I try to type, I can't type here. So, what would be the reason? So, the reason is there are two types of component in React: control components and uncontrolled components. Control components are components whose state is managed by React, and uncontrolled components are components whose state is managed directly by the DOM. Hang in that if you didn't understand. Let me try to explain it a bit better. You see, in React, there are certain elements such as input, select, text area, whose state are managed by React. That is, we manage the state of this input element. That is, so we are going to say what is going to happen when we type input over here. So this is control components. In case of uncontrolled components, that is a regular HTML place, if we type in the input, DOM, document object model, is what decides what should happen. So first, let's manage the state for our input field. Let's switch back to the code editor. Now, to handle the state of our input field, let's declare two objects using useState. Let's just say const input and set input equals to, let's just say useState. Now, input is going to represent the value of our input field, and set input is a way in which we handle the state of our input field. So, if you didn't understand that, we'll understand it in a bit. So now, let's change our value to the variable input. To avoid confusion, let's rename this to val, and let's say val over here, and let's say val over here too. And you can have any name over here, but it's just a convention to follow: set and the variable name over here. Now let's switch back to the browser and see if anything has changed. Alright, it says useState is not defined. Alright, so useState is a separate hook which is provided by React itself. So we need to import useState. So let's just say import useState from React. Alright, now let's switch to the browser. And it says useState cannot be called at top level. React hooks must be called inside a React function component or a custom React hook. Oh, cool. You see, React hooks needs to be called inside a function. So to solve this error, we need to just move it over here. Alright, now let's switch back to our browser. We see error invalid hook call. I don't think, why should we see this? Alright, let me take a look at this. You see, it's still in the previous version of the code, I guess. And if you reload, alright, it's fine. Say to reload if you get the error, because it's still in the previous version. So alright, we get the input field, but if we type now, still it has no change. So to handle the input given to this field, we need to add something to the infill field called as onChange. Let's switch back to our code editor and let's just say onChange. And we need to pass an event over here. So what is an event? Alright, let me just clear this for now. Let me just explain what an event is. So I'm just going here. I'm going to type in my keyboard. The process of capturing what we type in the keyboard is an event. It's a type of event. There are various types of events, such as the mouse going inside this input field, when a mouse hovers over an image. I'll leave a link to a JavaScript events in the link below. Alright, now let's go write our onChange. Let's just say onChange, and let's pass our event. We can call it event or e, and let's just say set input val e.target.value. And now if you go to our browser and start typing, ta-da, the value is changing. Alright, now the next most important thing is having a submit button. Let's switch back to our code editor. Let's just say button type equals to submit and submit. Alright, now let's switch back to our browser, and when I hit submit, nothing happens. Now let's leave it here for this video. We have successfully started typing in an input field. In the next video, we can see how to display the values in the input field in the browser. So that's what to-do list is, right? Alright, see you in the next video, and a subscribe to the channel would really cheer me up.